what great networking is not.
Thank you for all coming today. I appreciate you being here because it's really hard to talk to an empty room. What I would like to talk to you about is a little bit about when you go into a room of even this size or larger, some of the things that you don't want to do. Joe started to mention it, and how sometimes you'll go to an event and you will have done what you thought were all the right things, and it doesn't ever produce any business connections. Has anybody ever had that happen? Okay. How about, tell me a couple things that you think networking is not. Anybody know? Any ideas?
Don't start talking about yourself.
That's a good point. Anybody else?
Badgering.
That's a good thing. Okay, so let's say, for example, I decide to take 100 business cards, and I show up at the after hours deal, and my goal is to pass out 100 business cards. What do you think of that? Why does that not work? I might as well take the 100 cards and go, and hopefully somebody might pick one up off the ground, right? I'm going to get about the same results. Well, I have a couple really strong beliefs. As I said, I came to Ocala 4 or 5 years ago and have really built my whole business on networking. And so it's really important for me to know what it's not. Okay? So first off, networking, when you think about it, does it say net socializing? What does it say? Okay, so I have to change wrap my mind around that. That when I go to different events, one of the things that I'm going to do at that event is I'm going to get some work done. Okay? So, do I want to throw the baby out with the bathwater? I'm going to do all work and no socialization? That's probably not going to work either. What I want to do and what I focus on is I want a balance. When I come to a networking event, I'm a friendly, outgoing person. It's easy, as Joe said before, the 4 of us, it's very easy for me to walk around the room. Raise your hand if I greeted you when you walked in the room. That's the first thing I do. Hi, my name's Lana. Okay, now some people I can't do that to because if somebody's really shy, I might have to slowly get somebody else to take me over there and introduce me. So that might be a little bit, so I might have to know a little bit about how to do that. We're going to get to that later on. But it's really important to have a balance between getting some work done and still being able to socialize and be friendly to make those connections. How about having too much fun at the networking event? We all know what I'm talking about? Okay. It's an opportunity to have too much fun. What's going to happen to my reputation and my integrity if every time you see me at a networking event, I'm having too much fun? Are you going to think I'm serious about my business?
Of having too much fun.
Exactly. Am I going to be the first person that comes to mind to do real estate with if your impression of me is I've always got a glass of wine in my hand and I probably had too many? It's important to remember that sort of thing. If you're going to a networking event to actually get some networking done, you want to present yourself how you would present yourself in your business. I'm not saying you can't have a glass of wine, but I'm telling you, they're going to remember what they see. Okay, so that's important, the balance on that. Pardon me? Oh, that's Smith. The shotgun effect, where, so we don't have 100 business cards, but I'm going around the room like I introduced myself to all of you today, and my goal is just to introduce myself to everybody in the room, and I give them all business cards. Really, it's going to have the same effect as dropping them on the ground. I'm getting the signals. I've got one last thing to say. Is it my job to walk up to you and say, hi, my name is Lana Flodden, and I have a home over in North Ocala that is a large 5-acre farm, or excuse me, a large 50-acre farm. You know anybody who wants to buy that?
No, I'm fine. Thank you very much, though.
Right? Or if I walk up and say, who do you know who wants to buy some real estate? My name's Lana Flodman. It's like, Jesus. Back up, lady. Okay, so it's not my opportunity to sell. It's not my opportunity to bring my business and sell to you at the event. All I want to do is to introduce myself, hopefully make an impression upon you because I'm looking to find out about you. I'm not going to tell you that much about me, and they're going to tell you why I'm not going to tell you that much about me. Who's next on the list?
That's because she's in the witness protection program. Angela.